Okay, good afternoon everybody. Thank you for watching this video. I'm hoping that what will happen right now is a tutorial on improv, very basic improv, for those of you who are piano players and or maybe other types of instruments and who are interested in developing your improv skills, only you don't know where to start. So I'll just give you a very brief background. If I've already said this in a previous video, I do apologize. But when I started out as an improviser, I was shy about it. I was very self-conscious about it. First of all, you have to learn to push aside the self-consciousness or you will never be able to improvise. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you're a piano player, and if you're a piano player with any kind of level of skill, you're probably an introvert and you're probably very shy, and probably pushing aside the self-consciousness is almost impossible for you. Trust me when I say it took me until age 30 to be able to do that, to be able to not be aware of myself. Because if you're aware of yourself when you're improvising, you will get nowhere. You will fear your mistakes. You will fear your audience reaction. You will assume the worst is happening. You will give up. So it's only after you can. They say die to self. I don't know if you really need to die to self, because what you're doing is you're pouring yourself out into these 88 levers here, so you can't really not have yourself involved, but you can stop being aware of yourself as you improvise. But maybe even more importantly, you can stop being aware of that thing which you cannot control, which is, what do those people listening think? That is beyond your control. It's not even in your realm of choices. So get out of that, don't care, and do whatever you need to. You can pretend that you're somebody else. That used to work for me. Now I just pretend like I'm the most knowledgeable person in the room. I'm the only person in the room that knows any different, knows any better. That may be true in some of the rooms that I play in, but needless to say, I go out there with that attitude that I'm the one who knows, I'm the expert, so I'm going to show everybody else what's going on with these little keys here. Okay, so what I have here is a chart that I have written out ahead of time. I've been trying to work up for you guys a improv in this current style that's going on right now. If you've watched The Leftovers, if you listen to Phillip Glass, if you're in tune at all during romantic movies or drama movies or even series on HBO or whatever, Game of Thrones is a great example. What's the other one about England and all the rich people? Downton Abbey. Okay, all of those shows, all of those series are beginning to use piano instrumental music again, which is great for us piano players, because we went away for a while. I don't know if you were aware of it, but we went away. In other words, that was not part of the zeitgeist of the world in terms of movie scores for a while. It's coming back in vogue now, and that's what's re-enlivened my own personal approach to improv, is hearing it in a practical application like that. Okay. So anyway, I have several choices that I came up for four chord ostinato patterns. I'm going to play through them real quick. A minor to F major to C major to E major 7, right? A minor, F major, C major, E major 7. Now, as chords, they don't sound like much, but wait till you put them in Alberti pattern. Sounds like Apologize, right? By One Republic, right? Right? It also sounds like the soundtrack of Leftovers, right? If you haven't seen that, it's a good show. A little bit filthy though, just so you know, just disclaimer. Okay, so there's one pattern. Here's another one. E minor, G major, right? So dark, bright, dark again. Sort of dark again. E minor, G major. You have to voice this one carefully. Okay, now that can get gloomy. Here's another one. A minor to D major, so we put the brightness second. Brightness again, G major, E major 7. Okay, that's an option. have two more. The last one I get to is the one I'm actually going to improvise on today. E minor, B minor, so dark, dark. I'm sorry, E minor, B minor, A minor, and then the brightness. Okay, E minor. Okay, so that one has, I use that in church a lot. That has sadness and then hope. You always want to counterbalance your sadness, your episodes of sad with episodes of hope, right? And that's one of the main reasons why I love using major chord, minor chord, major chord, minor chord, major chord, minor chord in my bitonal improvs. Here's an example. Bitonal improv might be A minor, F major, A minor, right? Just those two chords. So we have sadness, happiness, sadness, happiness, right? You can do a lot with two chords, but anyway, the purpose of this, if you will, tutorial is to show you these four wonderful chords and maybe give you some ideas of what you might do with them on your own. Okay, so here they are. B minor, G major, D major, F sharp major. So we have one sad and three happies. Sad, happy, happy again, happy again. But the funny thing is about this chord, it's a major chord. It's a major chord, it's not sad. But in context of what's going on, it has a sad twist to it. It has a sad, in theoretical terms, it's tonicizing the B minor, so your brain is getting ready to hear B minor, right? It's just getting ready for it. So you perceive that penultimate chord as being sad, even though it's happy. Here you go. I'm going to do my best with this. I'll be using Alberti patterns in the right and the left, and then a common tone melody. My common tone melody is largely centered around F sharp, and that's because F sharp is the common tone in almost all of these chords. F sharp, B minor. Now, F sharp's not in G major, but it's downright gorgeous with it, right? And it is in D major, and of course it's in F sharp major. So I'm going to be using F sharp a lot in my melody. All right, unplanned improv on these four chords. Now, one could say that didn't really go anywhere, but it wasn't supposed to go anywhere. You know, that's why there was no bridge material. That was why there was nothing but that chord progression in the background. So if you need to fill, I don't know, in the Church of the Holy Apostles where I play on Sundays, the piece, the shaking of hands and all that, midway through the service, it can take 5 minutes. So you're not going to want to improvise on just 4 chords during that sort of an episode. But this 4-chord improv will certainly fill the end of the time that you might need while some type of ritual action is wrapping up, like communion or something like that, and you need something to improvise on that's not connected to any music that they may have heard in the past. You know, you don't necessarily want to pull in a sudden theme or a sudden idea from something else. So that's why improv is a wonderful tool to use, especially in church services, because it will not draw you, hopefully, into something that they've heard and something that they're immediately going to want to sing in their head, especially if it's secular. You don't want to do that. All right, guys, maybe this was of some help to some of you. I hope you're having a great day. Take care, and thank you for listening. God bless.